Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, I receive lots of questions regarding my vision of foreign policy of Azerbaijan in the future. And I believe that foreign policy of Azerbaijan, we are a small nation, should be balanced foreign policy. The kind of policies that we have been developing since our independence, but of course I believe that there should be some serious adjustments. Many would believe that I will start with the relation with the European Union, with the West in general, since I have been senior Azerbaijani diplomat at the European Union, then at the Council of Europe. But I would rather start with the relations with neighboring countries. And of course, first goes Turkey. There are saying that is shared everywhere that we are one nation and two states. And the relation between our countries goes from economic area, energy, political, military. But there is an important element which is missing in our relations, and this is the area of human rights and democracy. This area has been intentionally excluded from the package of our relationship. And I believe that this very important element should be injected in the relations between our two countries. So to make this one nation, two states matter even stronger, to develop a relation between the civil society, between journalists, between the people-to-people relations. Second important relations is a relation with the biggest neighbor on the north, is Russian Federation. Many believe in Azerbaijan mistakenly that West wants Azerbaijan having, being distanced from Russian Federation. As a long-serving diplomat, believe me, this is not true. West, on the contrary, is interested in Azerbaijan having good, stable relations with Russian Federation. We have a long history of relations between two countries. Of course, there have been, pleasant parts of the history and dark parts of the history, and this is normal. I mean that there are many other nations in other countries and in other parts of the world that they have the same sentiments. Relations between France and Germany, there have been ups and downs, but today they are excellent relations. When we think of relations with Russia, probably this is the same implies as to relate to Turkey. We are missing also human rights and democracy element in the relations. We should think of that, particularly in the light of the fact that there are over 2 million Azeris living in the Russian Federation. Part of them are Russian citizens, and they are good citizens of the country. We should think how we can defend their rights, how to make them good citizens of that country, and being also good Azeris, keep their cultural identity, language, education, etc., etc. We can do a lot now as a small nation which is equally good, have good relations with Turkey and Russia, how we can make relations between two countries good again. And I know that there is a big potential, and we can play the role of good bridge between two countries. The third big neighbor on the south is Iran. Relations with Iran is also, there are mixed feelings. We have a huge Azeri community there, almost 30 million Azeris living in Iran. And we should ensure that relations between Azeris living in Iran and in Azerbaijan further strengthened. Of course, we have different political system. We have different views on the relation with the other countries. But I believe that we should have good economic, political relations with that country. It's a big country, it's a huge country. And we should think how we can improve these relations. There is huge potential in the economic area between two countries. Trans-border cooperation is very important. On the relation with the Central Asian republics, They're all Turkic republics, except of Tajikistan. But we have strong history of relations with Central Asian republics, and we should build up on this relation and see how we can deepen this relationship. There are many questions about relations with Israel, since there have been strong Jewish community in Azerbaijan living for centuries. And I believe that relations with Israel should be strengthened even further, because we have cultural, historical relations, and Jews have been enjoying, friendly relations with Azeris for centuries. We should extend our relations. There are strong relations. It's not secret in the military area. We should see other areas like agriculture, like education, like biotechnologies, where we have a lot to learn from Israel. Israeli agriculture is one of the leading in the world. Educational system, I was talking about Finnish education. We should see how we can take advantage of the Finnish Israeli education and see which one works best in Azerbaijan. There are lots of Jewish Azeris who left Azerbaijan after collapse of the Soviet Union. We should see how we can bring them back. We are proud of Jewish citizens of Azerbaijan, like Astapovich, like Landau, Professor Landau, like Richard Zorgi and others, who have contributed to the name of Azerbaijan. When people speak of Astapovich, we are proud to say that Astapovich is a very famous violinist. The same about Landau and others. We should see how we can help in developing Israeli relations with the Arab Muslim world. I have been ambassador over the OIC to the European Union, and I know that Azerbaijan, as a small state, could play the role of Switzerland, being the neutral and try to see how we can improve the relations of Israel with its neighbors, with Arab nations, with other Muslim countries. And I'm sure that we can do that successfully, working with everybody. One of the most important relations are relations with Georgia. You know that my roots are coming from Georgia, and I believe that with Georgia we should be also like two states, but very friendly relations. We have lots in common in history. I believe that we should have with Georgia transparent borders, so that when Azeris cross the border, they just see the signs on the street, but there shouldn't be border control, checkups, nothing. We should have a high-speed train between Baku and Tbilisi, so that Azeris can travel between Tbilisi and Baku like for weekends, just for shopping. Azeris, there are huge Azeri community in Georgia, over 300,000 Azeris living there. And my roots are coming from Georgia. My father, his fathers lived in Georgia, and they like this country. Many Azeris have lots of sympathy towards Georgians, Georgian culture, Georgian music, Georgian wine, and we should really make these relations stronger in all the areas, not only economic, culture, political, human rights. I believe that human rights issues should dominate in relation with all the countries. European Union relationship are very, very, very important. But I don't think that we should put membership priorities in our foreign policy with the European Union. This is not also a priority of the European Union for now. There are lots of problems within the Union at now with existing member states. I believe what we should take from the European Union, European laws. There are 34 chapters for membership. We should start working on the chapters without having ambition of being the member. We should have free visa regime with the European Union so our citizens can easily go there and back. We should have cooperation in the area of education, in transport, in others. Why we should be the member? It's not priority. I don't think that we should put this as a priority. We should have cooperation in the area of human rights. With the Council of Europe, we can work closely in Azerbaijan. Venice Commission, we should review all our laws, constitution, all laws in the area of human rights and democracy. This is shortly what I wanted to talk. Of course, many people would believe about what I would say about relations with Armenia, which occupies our territories, but on this I will speak on future comments about that. This issue is very deep and very complicated, and on this I will speak on the next context. Thank you a lot. If you have any questions, just don't hesitate to contact me, and I will be more than delighted to answer to all of your questions. Thank you.